Hey, welcome back to Flight Sim Guides. In this video, we're going to look at the future of flight simulation, home flight simulation in 2025. So what is coming up? What can we expect in 2025? We had a lot of great things in 2024. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 dropped. X-Plane 12 had a lot of betas released, and just a whole lot of updates, a whole lot of new products and things that came out. So what I think we could really look forward to in 2025 is a lot more integrations, a lot more to see in VR. So let's take a quick closer look at what maybe we can expect as we roll into 2025 and move on with this thing. So the first big thing I think you're going to see is really a lot of integrations between actual real life piloting apps like ForeFlight and Garmin Pilot. I think you're really going to see a lot of integrations between these. So you're going to see a lot of seamless use so that you can actually use these as tools in flight simulation at home or in a professional setting so that you guys can actually use ForeFlight. Just like you would in the real aircraft. You can plan a flight. You can use that to use your moving map. You can see exactly what it would be like and then move it into the actual aircraft from the flight simulator. You could pop your iPad or whatever you're using to flight plan, and you can move it into the real life aircraft, and it's a seamless transition using the same tools that you're already used to using. Currently, what a lot of people are using in flight simulation is Navigraph. So Navigraph is one of the big sponsors normally for the Flight Sim Expo that goes on each year, and they do a lot of this, but it's really not, it's not for use in a real aircraft. So the fact that we could see ForeFlight and Garmin Pilot actually doing this is a pretty big deal, and you may want to really pay attention to that. I'm not saying that they're going to bust Navigraph out of the picture, but if you're not planning on getting in a real aircraft, you could probably get a better deal with Navigraph, but you're going to get the same things. You're going to get the moving maps, the online flight planning tools. You're going to get the FlightAware like app with Navigraph, so you're going to get a lot of the same things. But if you're going to take your materials out to the actual aircraft and look for a seamless transition to the aircraft, you might want to look into ForeFlight and see what they're doing, or Garmin Pilot, or any other like app. Something else that you might see in 2025 is a lot more community projects. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, X-Plane, they're all very open and available for the community to get involved, to create graphics, to create models for aircraft. So you could do that, or you can expect to see other people offering their stuff to you. Expect to pay a price for that though, okay? So if somebody's spending their time building stuff for the community, you may end up having to pay for it, but some people might just do it for the fun of it and then make it available on the forums. You've also got VATSIM. You've got ATC products. There's different items. There's different plugins. There's different graphics, scenery, stuff that you can get. There's models. There's organization things. There's so many items that you guys can use. Just little things that really just make the experience a little bit better for you and for everybody playing in these simulators. So another big thing is cloud computing. You know, where are you getting your graphics from? How is it going to make it a better experience for you and for your experience? So a lot of graphics are, they're coming off of the internet. So you have to have an internet connection so that you can play the game. So when you fly into an area, you don't have to go and install. Hold on, let me go get my disk number 5 so that I can install all the graphics for Europe or for Australia or whatever, the middle of Russia. Hey, what's up? Sorry to interrupt. Did you guys know that we had a program called Flight Sim Academy? We're going to show you guys how to build your first home flight simulator, answer some of your biggest questions, get you guys moving in the right direction, and really give you guys that helping hand that you guys need. We're going to answer questions like Mac or PC, Microsoft Flight Simulator, or X-Plane. What else is out there? VR, mixed reality. How do you guys get started? How to build a home flight simulator PC, and a whole lot more. If you guys want to see how that works, go to EliteSimBuild.com. See you guys over there. What's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 doing in 2024 and leading into 2025? I don't think they had a great launch with the, everything. There were a lot of, glitches and stuff. And I think it was, somebody had to pioneer the way, guys. Somebody had to make the way to see how it worked and see how the situation worked with streaming graphics. And they did it. they got it out there. I think it will get better, so just hang tight if you guys haven't gotten it, although you may want to wait for a new version of it to come out. I think Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is really going to come around. You guys are probably really going to enjoy the hopefully non-glitchy versions of this and the community-driven content that is going to be fed into the program. It's already there. A lot of it's already there. Anything that can be streamed into the content without you having to download it. A lot of this flight simulation content can be used on mobile devices. It can be used on a lesser intensive computer, so you don't have to buy a $3,500, $4,000, $5,000 computer and less demanding system. So definitely keep an eye out 2025 for that stuff. Lots of great things to come with that as well, I do believe. We've talked about this from the very beginning, and I really love this about flight simulation is exactly how modular it can be. So if you don't want your Garmin 530 in there anymore, you can pop that out and put a GTN 750 in there or something else of the like, right? So with the idea that a system could be so modular, if you want to pop a new controller, a new yoke in there, pop one out, pop another one in, you can do that. If you want to pop some new avionics in there, you can do that. You can remove a panel, add a new panel, plug it in. All this stuff is plugged in via USB. So as long as you have a powered USB hub, most of this stuff is going to go together pretty quickly, pretty easily, and you're going to really enjoy the process and like what you have. These are some guys to keep an eye on if you haven't already done so. So Virpil Controls, if you're looking for a modular system of some sort to build, definitely keep an eye on what these guys have for flight controls, for yokes, for helicopters, collectives, pedals. These guys are really paving the way for a lot of new stuff, and you guys can create something out of anything. I believe they do have some new yokes coming as well. I believe they have a Kickstarter campaign out there for that. So if you're looking for something where you can easily switch from an airplane to a helicopter, or from an airplane with a yoke to an airplane with a stick controls, this is the way to go. You can easily just pop stuff on and off wherever you need it, and this is really going to make things real simple. It's not the cheapest on the market, but it's from what I can tell, it looks like it's pretty freaking good. Let's talk about AI for just a moment. So AI is becoming a real big thing. ChatGPT, Claude, a whole bunch of other items out there in the internet marketing space and in the world, not just internet marketing, which is where I spend a lot of my time, but where we're at in the world. You can get on and literally type up chatgpt.com, and you can come up with so much different things. But how does this integrate with the flight simulator world? So there's a lot of ATC items that are coming up. There's a lot of different things integrated with Flight Simulator that can now be AI operated. Graphics can now be AI generated, basically. And all you have to do is jump onto your Flight Simulator and go to town. There's plugins, there's apps that you can download and plug in that make things easier, quicker, and more affordable and more available to you as a flight simmer that you guys can jump into and just start making use of right away, right? I think where you guys are probably going to see that the most right away is probably just different AI programs for ATC. I don't think, this is just my personal opinion, as we move into 2025, I don't think that AI will ever be a great replacement for real life speaking to somebody. So you still got VATSIM, you still got Pilot Edge out there. Use a program like that and talk to somebody. The only thing that I think I think you really kind of forget about it, and that's the background airplane noise and the actual sound, what it feels like to key up the mic and speak to somebody on the radio. But you still get that feeling. You still get somebody on the other end that has half a clue what they're doing when it comes to being an ATC operator, somebody that's in the control tower, somebody that's in the RAPCON, somebody that's doing approach control like that, right? So you want that so that you can have a real professional back and forth with somebody and not have ATC. Now, if you're not interested, you don't care about that professional back and forth, then yeah, guess what's coming up for your future is probably going to be AI, okay? So, and there's programs out there. Keep an eye on that. Maybe I'll have a video for that coming up on what your options are for AI in flight simulation, okay? Last but not least, let's talk about where we're going with VR. I think 2025 is probably, especially with everything else that we've talked about in this video, VR is probably where things are going to be heading, at least for some people. If you have a physical panel, then I think it'll work out great. That said, I think you're going to get a much more realistic feel with high-resolution VR and potentially mixed reality if you guys go that direction. So here's some of your options. You got the MetaQuest. I was going to go with the MetaQuest 3, but it looks like I accidentally pulled up the 3S site. I don't know if the 3S has mixed reality, so just make sure to check that. I think what you're looking for is like 4K resolution. You're going to want optical inserts. For those of you guys who are like me and need to wear glasses now, it looks like you might be with the 3S. You're good with the mixed reality. You want to look for a system that has the high resolution, the optical inserts, and potentially mixed reality. You can use it if you want, but at least have it as an option. All right. I'm hoping to get into 2025 with some reviews, hopefully, of some of this. I think that the MetaQuest 3S or the 3 might even give you a higher resolution. It's going to give you guys more of what you guys are looking for when it comes to making a really good system, being able to look around, fly, and have situational awareness of everything around you, especially in a helicopter. All right, because it's all visual. You're going to be looking back and forth, down, up. You're going to be looking everywhere. At least you should be. You don't fly helicopters by staring straight ahead. Okay, so that's an option. Pimax Crystal Light might be an option for you as well. Make sure that you're checking through this. I'm hoping to look at this later in January as well. And the Apple Vision Pro. I don't know where this is going to go when it comes to flight simulation, but this just released at the beginning of 2024, if I remember correctly, and it really didn't have a lot of support for flight simulation. Can you do it? I've seen some folks say that yes, you can, but I think that there really especially with the fact that this is native to the Mac, I think that there really needs to be some updates in how this works with the Apple Vision Pros, with Mac, especially with people using a PC for flight simulation. I think this was meant for people sitting at their desk with a day job and talking back and forth for people from Silicon Valley or something. I don't necessarily think that this was meant yet for the everyday person doing all their apps and everything like flight simulation. Will it get there? I hope so, because I would really like to see it, one, come down in price, and two, be available for the flight simulation market. This is where I would love to be with flight simulation. So, yeah, lots of great things in 2025, hopefully coming your way. I will hope to keep you guys updated on what I'm seeing and what I would like to see in flight simulation, hopefully what I keep setting up. I've kind of taken a little bit of a step back with the flight simulation here towards the end of the year. Kind of working on the RV build and just kind of doing a lot more work than normal. So I'll do my best to keep you guys in the mix. If you haven't already seen it, we've also created a small course on how to create your own home flight simulator. It's called the Flight Sim Academy. I'll leave a link down in the description for that. So we're gonna take you guys step by step through everything that you guys need to do, everything you guys need to know, how to get clarity on what it is that you're building, and you guys will really enjoy that. I'll leave a link down in the description. I think I just said that. So go check that out. I'll leave it at that. And if you guys have any questions, comments, what do you guys see in 2025 coming up? What would you guys like to see? Leave that down in the comments. And I hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys in another video. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. And let's go. All right. See you guys next time. See you. Hey, if you haven't already done so, head over to EliteSimBuild.com, grab a copy of our Home Flight Simulator Resource Guide. Do that thing where you click the button, give us your email address, and we will send you a copy of our simulator guides where you can get the resource list, the avionics reviews, a panel blueprint, so that way you guys can send that off to your panel guy, get all the parts and pieces that you need. You'll know exactly what software to pick up so you can get your Cessna 172 flight simulator built today.